Arsenal's gap at the top of the table was closed to 4 points as they suffered a horror home defeat to Manchester United. The Gunners were beaten 3-2 in a thriller at the Emirates on Sunday. Sign up for the Arsenal newsletter. Thank you. Mikel Arteta was distraught as Arsenal lost 3-2 to Man UtdCredit. AP. Martin Zubimendi had a stinker in midfieldCredit. Getty. Jeers rang out at the final whistle as United racked up a second successive win under Michael Carrick. And Mikel Arteta had a face like thunder as Man City's 2-0 win over Wolves on Saturday saw Pep Guardiola's men move just 4 points behind in the title race. There were quite a few lacklustre performances from the Gunners, with Martin Zubimendi having a stinker in midfield. But in contrast, Declan Rice impressed as he gave Arsenal some much-needed grit. Read more in Football. Here, Sunsport's Simon Collings runs the rule over every North Londoner who played against United. Check out the Arsenal player ratings below. David Raya 6. Could do little about any of United's goals. Mbeumo was one-on-one with him for the first, while Dorgu's finish from outside the box was a thunderbolt. Cunha's late winner was a stunning strike, too. Jerian Timber 6. Restored to his favored position of right back and looked more comfortable there. Thought he had opened the scoring, but the goal was given to Martinez. Finished the game at left back as Arteta rang the changes. Most read in Football. Best free bets and betting sign-up offers. William Saliba 6. Roamed forward a lot early on and teed up Declan Rice for a decent chance. Made a vital tackle on Bruno Fernandes midway through the first half when the United skipper looked certain to score. William Saliba made a crucial tackle early on Credit. Getty. Gabriel 5. Fluffed a good chance from a corner in the first half when the ball hit his shoulder instead of his head. Given a tough time by Mbeumo and Cunha, which does not happen often to the Brazilian. Piero Hincapié 6. Back in the team after missing the past 4 games due to injury. Looked pretty solid and most of United's threat came down the other flank. Involved in the opening goal and his initial cross eventually led to the Martinez's own goal. Piero Hincapié was distraught at full-time Credit. Getty. Martin Odegaard 5. Had a hand in the opening goal as he flicked the ball across the box and Martinez turned it into his own net. But he was largely quiet and not as influential as you'd expect him to be in a big game like this. Subbed with over 30 minutes to go. Martin Zubimendi 3. The Spaniard has been excellent since signing for Arsenal last summer, but he had an absolute horror show when he gifted the ball to Mbeumo to score. Spoiled a solid first half where he had gone close with a header from a free kick. Declan Rice 6. Wasted a chance in the first 15 minutes when he saw a tame effort blocked. Tried to get Arsenal going by snapping into tackles and was booked. Performed better than most on a poor day for the Gunners. Bukayo Saka 6. Had a lively battle with Luke Shaw. Saka got the better of him a few times and was involved in both of the goals. Put in so many good corners and they finally paid off when Merino scored late on. Bukayo Saka was left frustrated at the Emirates Credit. Alamy. Gabriel Jesus 5. Started a Premier League game for the first time in over a year after his brilliant performance at Inter Milan on Tuesday. Linked the play nicely and was sharp early on, but faded. Taken off just before the hour mark. Leandro Trossard 6. Started the game like a train and was one of Arsenal's better players in the opening stages. Buzzed around and combined well with Piero Hincapié. Still not at the level he was earlier this season, though. Leandro Trossard was unable to execute Arteta's plans. Credit, EPA, subs, Ben White, Hincapié 58 feet, 5. Got forward as much as he could and overlapped Saka a lot. The final ball was lacking, though. Eberechi's, Odegaard 58 feet, 5. So often the man to create something from nothing, but he made little impact. That hat-trick against Spurs feels a long time ago. Booked, Victor Gyökeres, Jesus 58 feet, 5. On the bench for the second game running. Put himself about when he came on and ruffled a few feathers. Mikel Zubimendi 58 feet, 6. Recommended stories. One of 4 players to come on at the same time as Arteta went for broke. Scored by poking home from a corner, but then lost possession for Cunha's late winner. Noni Madueke, Trossard 75 feet, N.A. Comments.